just going to start off by saying I am utterly and I'm extremely disappointed in Belleville, the students of Belleville. I'm extremely disappointed in the people of Belleville that have been doing this. I'm also extremely disappointed in, I'm extremely disgusted, honestly, to the point where I'm glad I haven't associated myself around these people. I'm glad I can't really call these people my close friends. I'm glad I can't call these people that I've had really great memories with, because this is disgusting and there is something that needs to happen in order for this to change, because this is not how things should be dealt. If you believe in any way that exposing a 16-year-old's address, making death threats about him, threatening him, telling him to kill himself, and saying very bad things, saying what you're going to do to his family is great, if you think that that is something that you should stand by, don't associate yourself around me. I don't want to be next to you. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to do any of that. I'm like trying not to break down right now, and it's hard right now because this is a bad thing to do. The reason why I'm speaking on this is because there is a 16-year-old junior named Chris Vitale. He expressed his opinion on what he thought about this whole situation. And with this situation I am speaking of, this George Floyd situation, he expressed his opinion. Once again, he expressed his opinion. Whether he was right or wrong, that's his opinion. Nobody deserves to be having death threats because of their opinion. I'm going to say that once again. Whether he was right or wrong, he doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve to get his address leaked. He doesn't deserve his so-called friends. Shout out to that football team. I don't know how many of you have got his back, have talked to him, but you guys aren't his family, honestly. And Belleville, you guys aren't his family either. If you aren't sticking by that kid, you aren't his family. You don't have any love in your heart at all. For those of you that are just doing this to be a part of the crowd, you are disgusting. For those of you that are doing this just to not get hated on, you are disgusting. For those of you that want to stay out of this, I have no problem with you wanting to stay out of this. You stay out of this. You don't even comment on it, okay? As long as you don't comment on it, as long as you don't say anything negative towards this kid, I have no issue with you. The people I have an issue with is the people that are leaking his address. The people that are twisting his words. The people that are making death threats, people that are pulling up to his house. These are the people that I want to get this message. These are the people that I want to talk to. Because if you think that going up to someone's house and threatening their life, making them feel hurt, scared, is something that you could stand for, is something that you call standing up for the black society, and black isn't even the word you should use. You should say African American. I can't even speak. For minorities. If you're standing up for minorities, this is not how you do it. This is definitely not how you do it. It's disgusting. And the amount of people I could say I dropped right now, just seeing what they did and how they spoke about this kid, it really just made me open my eyes to see who really is my friend. Who who is honestly the same as me that is loving to anybody. That's what it showed. There are a lot of people. I can't even name. I can't even put my hands up to say how many people I dislike. Like, I really don't agree with their opinions. I'm not making death threats. I'm not leaking your address, but that doesn't mean that I'm not disappointed as a human being and disgusted. You, yes, if you disagree with his opinion, you can speak out. There is nothing wrong with you speaking out on his opinion. I have no problem with you speaking out on his opinion either. There's a specific breaching that you can't, like, pass. You can't leak someone's address. You can't threaten them. Chris Vitale, I've known that kid. I've had history with that kid. That kid has, I don't want to unbury those things, but that kid has done some stuff that has hurt me. Will I ever think of him as racist? No. Will I ever look at him as racist? No. Do I see what color of his skin is? No. I don't see what color my skin is. Whoever you are watching this right now, I don't see your color of your skin. I see you as human. I don't see you as black, Asian. I'm sorry, I don't see that. That is something I can't see. I see human. All I see is a heart beating. I don't see skin. I just don't. That's just something I don't roll with. I didn't want to speak on this George Floyd situation. I didn't want to express my opinion on this because my opinion is something that not a lot of people will agree with. I fight for humans. People fight for race. People fight for color. I fight for humans. I'm sorry. That's what I fight for. I'm not saying what happened in that situation was something that's good, but I'm not saying the aftermath of what people are doing right now is something that should happen. I'm not saying burning down targets just because they're supporting the police stations is something that is valid. I am not saying throwing rocks and threatening police officers. I'm not saying leaking people's addresses. I am not saying that stuff is right. That is just really horrible. And that is disgusting. As a human being, seeing people do that is disgusting. I don't want to be around that. That is toxic. But once again, I'm not here to speak on that George Floyd situation, because nobody will agree to my opinion. The opinions I have, I honestly don't think anybody would agree with it. And it's not, once again, this isn't a racial thing. I don't see the color of my skin. I am African American and I am Hispanic, okay? I'm not seeing the color of my skin right now. I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't support any type of racist things, but I do not stand with this. And if you stand with this, I do not want you standing along with me. For those of you that understand how scary it is, imagine that, a 16-year-old. I have a little sister, she's 14. If she was fearing for her life, you know how hurtful that would be? I could just imagine what that kid is going through. And all this hate that you guys are putting onto him, just imagine what is going through his head. How do you know that kid has not thought about hurting himself? You guys are disgusting. And shout out to some of the people that defended him. But then again, where was his friends? If you call him your friend, if you called him your friend in the past, and now you're joining along with the group of people that are hating on him, you weren't his friend. You were never his friend. ever. If you are joining the hate group just to be cool, just to be accepted, just to not get hated on, then you aren't a genuine person, one, and two, you are not his friend. Don't say you were his friend. People know who Chris Vitale is. People know, yes, Chris Vitale is a Trump supporter. Is he wrong? Is he wrong for liking Trump? That's your own opinion. Is he a bad person for liking Trump? No. I have Trump supporters as friends, and they aren't nowhere near racist. I know people that voted for Trump, and they're not racist. I see people with your so-called accepted color that voted for Trump, and they are not racist. That's unacceptable. Chris, I stand by you. I really do. I will stand by you. Will I say I agreed with some of the stuff that you said? You had a couple valid points. Yes, you did. People are just disagreeing with you to be cool. And I'm not trying to say that there are some people that aren't, but there are people that are genuinely feeling some type of hurt because of what he said. You are not wrong for feeling that hurt. You are not wrong. I am not saying you are wrong. But you are not right for causing this hate train. You aren't. And I see people that have been real, like I've seen them, and I've seen potential in them. I've seen them being potential leaders. I see a lot of these people that are hating on him being potential leaders, and that is scary. That is ultimately scary. I am afraid right now. I am afraid for seeing that these people that are his leaders are supporting this stuff that's going on. Don't act like you haven't been in the past. You haven't said things that you know could have really destroyed your life. This is a mistake Chris could learn from. This is a mistake Chris could learn from. And once again, I'm going to stand on this point. The word cracker, the N-word, any racial slur, I don't care. I will never compare which one is which and which one is worse. That is disgusting to compare that, first of all. Second of all, you shouldn't say any of those. You shouldn't even, none of those should be in your vocabulary. None of it. And don't ever say that the word cracker has nothing to do with the N-word. I'm sorry, that is my opinion. Those two, whether or not they have had privilege or not, those two still amount to the same thing. They're still doing the same thing. They are still racist. They are still a racial slur. Disagree with me if you want. I could care less. You caused that hate train on me. I could care less. That is something that I don't care. And if that means that you want me to fear for my life, guess what? You want to leak my address. You want to do this. You want to do that. You want to say this. You want to say that. Do what you got to do. I am not afraid of losing my life for standing for some kid that is afraid for his life. Whether black, white, Hispanic, Latino, whatever. I am not afraid. You hate on me all you want. That is nothing that's going to scare me. Hate on me. I want that. If all that hate from Chris could go to me, I would wish that on him, because like I said, me and him have some bad past. We have a bad past. My first impression of that kid was horrible. It wasn't anything racist, no, but it was horrible. Yet right now, I'm over here standing for him. This is a kid that really did stuff. He did some real bad stuff to me. Yet, I don't hate him. I love him. Chris, you're watching this right now. I honestly care for you. I love you, man. I don't want to see you hurt. I don't want to see I don't want to see your life getting lost over this. Whether you kill yourself, whether you do this. And for that, also, for those people that are saying kill yourself to this kid, disgusting, toxic. That's what you are. That's what you are. That's what honestly what you are. And for those of you guys that called him your friends, you're not his friend. If you didn't defend him, you're not his friend. And if you did defend him and you deleted a comment over that, you aren't his friend either. You definitely aren't. You definitely aren't. I'm not his friend. Honestly, I am not his friend myself. I am not his friend. The kid, I don't, me and him will never click. But that doesn't mean I won't stand up for him. Even if he's 16 or not, I will stand up for what is right. And what is right is not causing these death threats. What is right is talking to this kid. What is right is expressing your opinion, but without doing it the wrong way, without doing it in a violent way. That is what is right. That is what is right. That is what is right. You that's what you stand for? I'm sorry to say, but you call justice hating on a kid, a child, underage. You call that justice? Are you satisfied right now that this kid is afraid of his life? Are you satisfied right now that this kid could have suicidal thoughts? If you are satisfied with that, I am disgusted. I say that word a lot right now, but that is the truth. That is how I'm feeling. I am utterly disgusted. This is something that shouldn't even work. Like, why are you thinking that way? Wow. I'm scared. Not only for him, I'm scared for everybody. If this is what is justice, then we'll never find actual justice. We'll never find true justice. I see this stuff happen every other year, every time. It is true. There could have been racist black cops. There could have been racist minority cops that have killed white people. Does that go under attention? No. And I'm not going to add a comment on that. But if honestly hating on this kid is what works, wow. I would really hate being in this world if that's what's right. If you guys feel like that's what's right, I don't want to be a part of this. For real. Scary. That's what it is. It's scary. And then you guys are over here tweeting at the school for what he said. He probably said something wrong. But for you to tweet at the school to try to take him down for that? If only I could have screenshotted every single time you said something bad. Wow. I bet the school wouldn't like that either, right? There are things that I have said in my past that are bad. Would I want them to be dug up? No, I do not. But will I take responsibility for them? Yes, I would. Because I have said bad things in the past. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. You have done things. You right now watching, you know you have things that are dug up. That can be dug up. But you hate on this kid because he said the word cracker and the word N-word shouldn't be the same. Should be the same. Yet you have been a part of group chats that have been exposing underage girls. Yet you have caused hurt on other people, threatened other people, robbed other people, fought people. But hating on Chris is what's right. Disgusting. I really don't know. I don't even know what to say. Honestly. If you want justice, don't cause riots. Peaceful protests, they do go wrong. Why do they go wrong? Because people, they can't stand the fact that they're not being noticed, and when they're not being noticed, they want to be noticed. Yet when you want to be noticed, starting a riot isn't a way to get noticed. That's negative. That is negative. Negative. Starting a riot is not a way to be noticed. That's not justice. Robbing, stealing from stores is not justice. Burning down stores is not justice. Throwing rocks at cop cars is not justice. If your voice isn't heard, make it heard. But don't make it heard in a violent way. There are so many things you could do. And even if you aren't heard, I'm sorry. This is something that has been going on for years. All it takes is for people to honestly forget about this stuff. When you forget about it, that's when it happens again, and then this cycle just recontinues. If you want to change this, don't make the cycle recontinue, but don't do it in a violent way. That's not going to change anything. Right now, if anything, this is going to cause worse. The military could get activated. National Guard could get activated. I'm in the National Guard. I'm not a full soldier yet, no, but I'm in the National Guard, and knowing that my fellow battle buddies are going to be fighting against this, well, we have other things to worry about. We have the coronavirus to worry about right now. We have to worry about justice, but justice is not being served the right way. Throwing middle fingers at cops is not going to get you heard. And that's the truth. Throwing middle fingers at cops is not going to get you heard. We've been through this before. I don't know. Does it make you cool? Do you want points for that? I don't stand by that. I don't call that justice. And if my voice isn't being heard, I'm going to keep trying until. And even if I keep trying and this stuff still happens, it doesn't mean I'm going to cause violence. It doesn't mean I'm going to stand by hating on a 16-year-old kid because of this. This is what this world has come to. Only difference is, do you want to change it or do you not? Chris Vitale, I stand by you. I might not be your friend, but I stand by you. And I'm not for the crowd. I'm not here to be cool. I'm not here to be accepted. I could care less about any type of hate that comes towards me. Grow up, kids. Really. I'm sorry you have to go through this, Chris. I'm sorry that you are going through this right now still. I'm sorry. I am truly sorry. I honestly wish that things could have been different. I really do. I also wish that you couldn't have posted that. But it's too late already, right? What can we do now? I'm sorry, it's too late. You already posted it. It's already out. We've seen this. We know that this stuff really does affect people. It's already out. It's too late, but you gotta show people who you really are. You can't just stay in hiding, man. Because if you stay in hiding, that just makes the hate train get worse. You gotta show people who you are. You gotta prove to people that you honestly aren't racist. You aren't a racist. I know that myself. After the problems that we had, I had a conversation with you one-on-one. And I know you are a respectful young man. You are a very respectful young man. If I talk to you one-on-one, you are a very respectful young man. Please, don't be a follower. Be a leader. Don't ever follow. Because following is never going to get you under. You're not going to make a change following. Ever. Be a leader. I'm not asking you to stand by this dude, Chris. I'm not asking you to do any of that. I'm asking you to stop this hate. Stop this toxicity. I'm up at 4 a.m. right now, recording this. That's how drastic it was. I had to literally just pull out the camera right now and just record because how is this going to get better? If I wait a week later, how is this going to get better? What if it's going to get worse? I don't even want to edit this video, honestly. I just want to I want to keep this unedited. And I don't think I'm going to edit this video. Because the unedited is the real me. This is who I am. I stand for the human race. I'm sorry, I don't stand for my color. I stand for the human race. I stand what's best for the human race. I said my own things to my people. To people I could actually call friends. Hopefully I could call friends. Because I expressed my opinion to them too. And I told them, I was like, if you guys... I sent them DMs of what I had with Chris. And I said, if this is what you guys feel accomplished for, then so be it. But guess what? This is not going to make it right. No beef that you had with this kid is never going to make this right. This is not something that's good. This is not a win. No beef. And I told him, I was like, if you don't agree with me, then honestly, F you. That's what I said. And I meant it. And I still mean it. And I don't regret what I said. Chris, please, show these people what you are. Speak back. Tell them. Talk to them. Tell them what you were really feeling and how you honestly feel. Please. My thoughts and prayers go out to you, Chris. My thoughts and prayers go out to that family. My thoughts and prayers go out to that family that their son was killed and anything. My thoughts and prayers go out to them as well. I hope that this could actually change. Hopefully this actually changes. Stop standing for your race and stand for human society. Because as soon as we stand for humans together, then we're all strong. Standing for your own group is not going to make us strong. Having this and this, it won't make you strong. Having this is something that's strong. We got to combine together to make this change. Honestly, like I said, Chris, my thoughts and prayers go out to you and your family. I hope everything will get better with you. To the school, if you are watching this, I hope that you guys have a conversation with Chris. Talk to him about what he did wrong and what he could have done better. Tell him that there are things that just shouldn't go up on the social media. You could talk to him. But doing things in a bad way, suspending this kid, expelling this kid, this isn't going to help. This isn't going to help him. You might just cost the kid's life. I don't surround myself around it. I do not want to surround myself around Belleville High School if that's how you guys are going to treat it. And to the administrators that probably are watching this, you guys know. You guys know all the stuff that I've been through with this situation, with this kid and the people around him. You know the situation. The fact that I'm standing by him and calling him a brother and saying I love him, that should show how much change and how much wrong this is. I had a conversation with this kid. He is scared. He is scared of his life. Please don't respond to this in a horrible way. If you do, I don't guarantee, because I hope it doesn't happen, but there can be a possibility where he could hurt himself. And then the blood is on your hands, Belleville. The blood is on your hands. Hopefully you respond to this. Please. Instead of adding Belleville High School, the BHS Bucks thing on that post, that page that decided to expose Chris, please, at Belleville High School right here, tell them, show them, we got to stand together, because right now we are not united. Right now we are separated, and it's showing everybody's true colors. Please change. Look deep within yourself and understand that this hate is not worth it. Forgive. You gotta forgive. In order to forget this hate, in order to get over the hate, you gotta forgive. You must forgive. You must forgive. I saw a video on a mother that had her son killed. And she looked in front of the guy that was being sentenced, and she said, I forgive you. She said, I understand what you did to my son, but I forgive you. She said, I want the best for you. I want you to live this life knowing that you made that mistake. I want you to live this life knowing you made the mistake. Learn from it. Chris, I have no opinion on this, but whether or not you made a mistake, learn from this. Kids in Belleville that are watching this, anybody that is watching this, learn from Chris's mistakes. But don't hate on his mistakes. I honestly don't know what else to say. I spent 33 minutes talking about this. I was planning on doing 14, maybe 12, maybe 10. But I can't. I had to say, so I had to say everything that I had to. I had more things I said on my Snapchat. Don't compare any words to anything. The N-word is just as bad as that C-word. Now, are you going to stand for the change to stop the racial slurs, or are you going to stand for the change to stop the N-word? Because then after that, yeah, sure, whatever, the N-word will get fixed. Then guess what? People are going to go after the S-word for the Hispanics. And they're going to go after the C-word for the Asians. Why don't we just do it all together? as a group. Like I said, together we're strong. Separated, not so strong. Hopefully this video could go up on Instagram. If not, then it's going up on YouTube. Please share this video. That's all I gotta say. Please stop the hate on Chris. Please stop it. Stop leaking his address. Stop making these death threats. Please. This is Justin Denard, also known as OVO Curls.